Hello everyone. Today's topic is how social media is turning us into a fake generation. To give you an insight of this topic, let me start my speech by sharing an interesting incident with you all. It was a nice evening. Sun was setting down. I was crossing the street when I saw two teenage girls running around the fountain. It was an idyllic scene. In the fading golden light, they shrieked and yelled. They pulled ridiculous dance moves. They laughed so hard, their legs gave their way from under them. After a while, one of the girls pulled out a smartphone and they started shooting each other's pic. Very soon, their expression changed. They grew more serious, their moves more arched and self conscious. The abandon gone. After a while, they stopped running around and lay down on the grass. Looks of studied concentration on their faces to go over the footage they had taken of themselves. The girls shift from enjoying the thing to wanting to capture and presumably share the enjoyable thing was familiar one. Over the last few years, roughly the same amount of time I have been using on social media regularly. I've noticed the same impulse in myself. It's something akin to a cut rate out of body experience. First, I find myself enjoying a fun or interesting or strange thing, and then at a certain point, as if some invisible switch were flipped, I suddenly notice myself wondering the best way to communicate the moment to other people, typically via something you can do on a smartphone. Invariably, when I attempt to return the moment, it's gone. It's like most of what we capture of ourselves is designed for social media. Social media lets us curate and control a version of ourselves. In doing so, allows us to perform a fear that's extremely difficult in ordinary life. To project the person we'd rather be, sense the anxiety and confusion and aberrant behaviors present in our actual characters and have people believe this is really us. Life, a kind of hall of mirrors, any way view, become doubly so as we try to exist as two things: our actual selves, toiling away at the mundane business of life, and a nebulous and ever evolving personal brand, a kind of aspirational mirage that requires constant feeding. So, these are the things people fake most in the social media accounts. Let us see. The first one is appearance. By using beautification apps and filters, we became masters at making ourselves look absolutely nothing but ourselves. Generally, the people who fake their appearance on social media thinks if I can erase all my blemishes and make myself look virtually perfect, then why wouldn't I? The second one is relationships. Nowadays, whether the people are in a healthy relationship or not in real life, but in the social profile they portray happy relationship just to make others believe that everything in their life is going smooth and fantastic, and they are blessed to have loving and caring relations. Nobody is going to Instagram a photo of the knockdown drag out brawl. We all get online and feel like every other couple must have a blissful relationship filled with big smiles and roses hand delivered to the desk at work. Next one is partying. I can't tell you how many people I hear complaining about how fantastic and fun other people's life look on social media. They go out and party all the time. Why can't I be fun like that? Okay, allow me to let you in on a little secret. It's never nearly as glamorous as it looks. You're going to see the beginning photos of party dresses and hair still intact, with pretty people and candid laughter. You aren't going to see the photos from the end of the night with smeared mascara faces and sweaty hair. You aren't going to see drunken drama, embarrassingly high bar taps on someone crying into a toilet about the person they broke up with few years ago or few moments ago in a party. Next one is traveling. As per a recent study that surveyed 4,000 adults over 18, approximately 14% respondents on social media confessed about their flashy vacations. The reason? Participants claimed they felt embarrassed and wanted to impress others, and sometimes they fake because actual vacation is too expensive. According to New York Post, a photo editing service named Fake a Vacation lets users send in snapshots to have them superimposed onto fake backgrounds. Options included Disneyland, Las Vegas, Hawaii, and many more. So these are the apps available on internet to fake a vacation. Next one is food. A colleague of mine once confessed getting a large number of likes on food posts made her feel validated for what she ate. There are innumerable posts on Instagram with a hashtag food porn, foodgasm, etc. People are developing a habit of clicking a pic of their food before actually consuming it so that they can post the filtered image of the flashy food and get numerous likes. Next one is fitness. Do you know in today's world, when it comes to portray fitness online, social media is full of fake weights and photoshopped athletes. Photoshopping has always existed in magazines, but now that powerful photo editing and computer technology can fit right in the palm of your hands. Photoshop is now the norm in something as simple as Instagram pictures and media posts, which led to the fitness industry becoming too fake. Next one is luxury. For thousands who cannot afford price tag but still want the brand name, there's hope on social networking sites. People buy fake luxury items from flashy advertisements displayed on social media page as if they own the real one. So guys, the conclusion is that social media is a powerful force and can be used for good. So instead of living a fake life in it, let's try and use it for better purpose. Being true to yourself include being real on your social media accounts. What is the point in lying about experiences while social media? So, savor your real experiences, and if you feel like sharing it to the world, do it, but do not elaborate or lie about your experiences. Be authentic to yourself and your life. Thank you.